We are going to get things started here. Let's see. Oops, that's not what I wanted. Alright, cool. So we did that. We're going to start this off exactly the same as last week. I'm just going to random all. See who gets suggested. Let's see. Think I'm gonna have Tommaso Ciampa. You know what? I'm gonna put Ciampa against Jasper, as I'm sure Jamel will appreciate. One of his characters is in the show here. Let's see. So, yeah, we're just gonna get this started while I'm waiting on people to show up for the stream. And kind of just get things going here. Oh, shit, I need to close Facebook so I don't get notifications. There we go. So we've got Tommaso Ciampa walking to the ring. The Psycho Killer and, in his own mind, greatest NXT champion of all time. Oh, I just noticed that Jasper has the theme of Rainmaker as her entrance theme. It's a good-ass theme. Let's see. Alright, starting things off with a test of strength here. Test of strength that Ciampa surprisingly comes out on top of. But Jasper not letting that get to her. Immediately laying down a body slam and working the back of the Psycho Killer. And continuing that targeted offense. Early pin. Just trying to test the waters, I imagine, here. Ooh, going for a big rolling elbow. Doesn't find its mark, and neither does Jasper's lariat. Still kind of in the feeling out phase of this match, but ooh, big spine buster early on, and Ciampa's going to grab a hold, try to assert his dominance in this matchup. What he lacks in size, he will definitely make up for in aggression. Ooh, goes for a big knee, but Jasper no-sells it completely. Although Jasper certainly is an aggressive competitor as well, can match Ciampa on that front entirely. So what it may come down to is experience in the ring. Jasper looking very green, only having worked a couple of matches so far, and kind of underachieving in both. And Ciampa shoots Jasper to the outside, and both of them are just going to fight outside the ring. As Judge Mills Lane continues to count. Jasper going for that barbed wire baseball bat, but not getting anything out of it. All right, both competitors getting back into the ring, avoiding the double countout. Jasper trying to fight her way out of this corner, but unable to do so, as the Psycho Killer goes to the top rope and delivers an elbow square into the stomach of Jasper. Man, those knees. Schnitzel, that is a lady. That is one of the main characters from Steven Universe near the end of the show. Was submitted to my save by Hsien-Jo, who will actually probably won't pop into the chat this week, as he's currently in Japan. Let's see. So, kind of getting back to the action here. Tommaso Ciampa has been on top from for most of this match and just delivering punishing knees, which is really the major part of his arsenal. Yeah, I would recommend Steven Universe. It's pretty good TV, but I'm not going to tell you you have to watch it. No game audio? Thank you. Give me... after this match, I will fix that. Actually, I can just possibly fix it right now. Give me a moment. Let's see. No game audio is definitely not part of the show. My OBS likes to forget my headset settings, so sometimes it just doesn't detect my microphone, sometimes it doesn't detect my headset speakers. Let's see, and trying to figure out if it's why it's not finding my headset. Might have to restart the stream. Let's see. Hold on. Seems like something's happening now. How's this? Appreciate the save. Yeah, I was making a comment much earlier about Jasper walking out to the theme of Rainmaker, and that was strictly for my own benefit. So while I was doing some... So that is exactly who that is. That is Judge Mills Lane from Celebrity Deathmatch, but also from like reality court TV before he did that. Jasper going for that headbutt, but getting nothing out of it. Yeah, the whole gimmick of the game is like it's Mugen, but wrestling instead of fighting. So any character you can think of, somebody has probably created it and you can import it into your save. Very few of the characters that you'll be seeing tonight were people that I made, but something somebody else made and posted onto the Steam Workshop. Big falling elbow from Jasper. But Ciampa to his feet first. Yeah, I will say there's only so much you can do with the sprite editor, like in terms of detail. GK, this is a dark match. It's basically like I hit random all and picked two names that seemed kind of interesting while I was waiting on people to show up to the stream. So canonically, you have missed nothing. Just and Judge Mills Lane, the man whose catchphrase is "I'll allow it," uncharacteristically counting for the disqualification. And Jasper trying to prove like what is understood in wrestling canon, that nobody kicks out of the Falcon Arrow, but delivering both of them too close to the ropes. Big forearm smash from the Psycho Killer. Only gets 2. I wish I put more time into Mugen as a kid. I had a friend that like had a pretty big roster on his save. It's a cool game, but like the actual developing the characters and stuff, like, and actually setting up the save myself, installing characters, installing stages, and doing cool stuff, didn't really do any of that. But still tune into Salty Bet every once in a while, partly because it's fun to watch, and also the music in Salty Bet is just fantastic. That stretch muffler on the outside, not really going to get anything out of it. Oh shit. Jamel, thank you for showing up. I figured with you on vacation, you were going to be absent this week. But I really appreciate you stopping by. Got a lot of stuff going on this week. Officially, the show hasn't started. This is the pre-show match. So I'll go on to the advertised match and segments after this ends up. So, Schnitzel from Chowder, Salty Bet. After my show, if you look them up on Twitch, they are a 24-hour Mugen CPU versus CPU stream, and they have hundreds, if not thousands, of characters on their save. And it's just, after one match is over, they set up another one. Oh. Psycho Killer taps out to Jasper's bear hug. And Jasper finally picking up a win on this show. Good for her. But yeah, they'll do CPU versus CPU matches 24/7 with all the wacky characters that they have on their save. Salty Bet's a really fun program to watch. Would definitely recommend it. So with that dark match out of the way and a handful of people already in the chat, let's get this show on the road. So, despite his loss, we are still going to continue the Maglo Open Challenge. You know, Maglo, despite not holding the championship, is a face of this organization. And we'll be happy to see him continue to take on all comers as this season continues on. But before we go any further, my understanding is we're going to go to the back as there is an announcement. So to the back. Well, John, you pulled a fast one on us. Now you're champion. Congratulations. You know, celebrate. You've earned it. I'm not going to put you in a match this week. Maglo will be getting his rematch. But I can't let you walk away with 2 of my belts. So that means JJ, Nock, you guys are fighting the winningest champions in our tag team history. You're fighting Sterling and Worzalla, and that's going to be tonight. So, John, who won the championship from Maglo last week, will not be competing tonight. Maglo will have his open challenge with another opponent, but the tag team of JJ Mondo and Not Voldo will be defending their tag team titles against Sterling and Worzalla. For right now, those are the only 2 advertised matches, but I'm sure as the show continues to go on, we can add some more feature matches to the card. In the meantime, however, we are going to cut back to the action. Orlando Nunez has expressed some interest in starting a new division in this company. So we are going to the SWA rules format. Orlando not terribly interested in the pro wrestling title, does want to compete in the shooter division. So we do have another shooter that had a very strong showing on last week's show. So we're going to have Orlando Nunez and Natsuo Ishido in an SWA rules match. SWA rules means there are no pinfalls. There is 10 counts on knockdowns. Oh, hold on just a moment. As Orlando's walking to the ring. Sorry, that theme song is just too good. And I'm really going to regret it when Orlando's fighting in the Octagon primarily, as he's moving over to the shooter division. And we won't get to hear his walkout music. But this match type is sort of a compromise between the gruesome fighting of the Octagon and the sports entertainment of the squared circle. It still takes place in a wrestling ring, but there will be 10 counts on knockdowns, and the action will be restricted to the ring. So Orlando picking, or not necessarily picking, but going up against a very dangerous first opponent in this shoot fight division. Natsuo, who proved herself in that rematch of the G-Girl Finals last week, taking on Mr. Theme Song, Mr. Gunshots and Air Horns, Orlando Nunez. So, still very early in this matchup. Oh, there's the RK Orlando. Already only 2 minutes into this match.
Give up. Give up.
And that was some excellent strategy from Orlando, putting Natsuo in the corner, giving her nowhere to go from that RK Orlando, and there, picture-perfect drop kick from Orlando Nunez. Big sweep from Natsuo, kicking Orlando's leg out from under his leg. And the ropes flashing elbow, a little bit of showmanship in this MMA-style matchup. But, so there are pinfalls in this as well. That I was not aware of. It'll make me look foolish saying there are no pinfalls about 5 minutes ago, but hey, it's the show must go on. Orlando with the back switch and taking Natsuo's leg out from under her. Big toe kick. Thought she was setting up for the buzzsaw kick, but Orlando rolling out of the way. Mount. What's she gonna do with it? Straight into an armbar.
Give up.
RK Orlando again. Mario starts the count.
3.
Only a 3 count. RK Orlando again, this time sidestepped. Natsuo is feeling very winded after taking 2 of those big cutters. Natsuo grinding Orlando to the mat. trying to slow the pace down as she's a little bit behind as it stands currently. Heavy rain from Orlando Nunez. Sweep. Shoots Natsuo to the corner, and this time too tired to get out. Just forced to allow Orlando back into the ring. And Orlando just rejecting any offensive effort that Natsuo has. He's looking very good for him at this stage of the match. There, Natsuo going with those mounted punches. Natsuo, an extremely accomplished striker, but is put down with a strike of Orlando's. Orlando attempting to do so again, but reversed into the armbar. Powerful punch into the stomach. Mario not electing to count just yet. Orlando running. Big tackle into the center of the ring, and Mario starts the count now.
3.
Once again, only a 3 count. Oh, Orlando saved by the bell. That was Natsuo's signature buzzsaw kick. Huge flying knee, and Orlando now down for the count.
3.
Only gets 3. Orlando sets her up again. Heavy rain. Goes for the flashing elbow. Doesn't get it, but does get a big clothesline. Attempts to mount a shoot fighter.
Give up.
I mean, credit to Orlando. You're in the shooter division. You have to show some MMA prowess, but maybe questionable tactics in your first match, but dropping Natsuo on her head.
4.
Still not enough to put her away. It looks like she's getting back to her feet.
8. 9. 10.
No! She can't beat the count. So Orlando, with a little bit of luck and a lot of skill, starting off very strong in this shoot fighter division. Congratulations to Orlando Nunez. And I think now would be an excellent time to announce to everybody viewing at home, starting next week, we are going to start the Shoot Fight League, which means we are going to take 16 competitors, divide them up into 2 divisions. The fighter with the best record from each division will be going head-to-head for the vacant Shoot Fight title. You will be seeing Orlando Nunez in the Shoot Fight League. But there are a handful of open slots that you, the viewers, can vote into this competition. And in doing that, as a shoot, if you guys want to submit a handful of characters for that, send it to any of my social media. Don't send it into the comments. It will not be Orlando in each slot. There will only be one Orlando Nunez in the Shoot Fight League. But don't put it in the comments right now, because as that scrolls past, I'm not even going to set that up until next Sunday. But if you guys send me some characters between now and then, I can get those added in. So, shoot fighting, so professional wrestling is entertainment. It is, both competitors are working to put on a show. Shoot fighting is a real fight. So there are 2 game modes that are shoot fights. You just saw an SWA rules match where It's a hybrid of a professional wrestling match and a mixed martial arts match. And then gruesome fighting, which you've seen last week, that was a fight in the octagon, where it is basically just UFC rules, no frills. So the Shoot League will be taking place in the octagon. And if you guys want to submit some characters for that, you are welcome to do so. Gonna have a little bit of... Let's see. Let's have a... Let's see. Bit of a... battle. Man, Scott Steiner shown up twice in... or Scott Steiner 80s showing up twice in Random All. So... just gonna have a... Actually, before we get to this Battle Royal... believe told there is something going on at the Judgment Pro Wrestling camp. Give me just a second. I can cut to their camp and try and get a read on something going on there.
All right. Like the sound of that. Alright. Looks like we got a match.
So, just gonna let this rock in the and GK, to be clear, I switched the order of the promos because the way that James shot his, it's gonna make more sense if I run this first. But looks like something was going on in the Judgment Pro Wrestling camp, but it's a little unclear thus far. So, Terrell, certainly a fan favorite in these Battle Royals. I saw him last week in the Battle Royal that determined the opponent for the Maglo Open Challenge. And right now, he's going one-on-one against Sabu. The suicidal, homicidal, genocidal wrestler from ECW. And just as we were talking about shooters, here is a real shooter. Brock Lesnar. Well, if you guys caught the segment earlier in the show, John will not be defending his belt this week, but Maglo will get his rematch. And you guys will see that next week in addition to the Shoot Fight League starting up. But Blake's House does have a very strong opportunity to win a title belt back tonight in that tag team match. And that will be going on in the main event. But right now we've got a Battle Royal, and I think the nice thing about the fact that this was just a random all Battle Royal is this can kind of remind you guys when you guys are requesting characters, hey, we've got real people, we've got real wrestlers from different eras, we've got fictional characters, and of course we've got several of you, the viewers, that you can submit for viewer request matches. And this will kind of be a little showcase of what you'll be able to see as this show goes on. So I'd imagine right now, at least for the Blake's House fandom, all eyes are on Terrell, and he had the unfortunate reality that he started this match as one of the first competitors in it, so we are not even at a point where all 8 men are in this contest, and he has already taken a substantial amount of punishment. Oh, Freddie getting a steel chair already as he goes into the ring. Lesnar with the F5 to Terrell. That could be it. 1, 2, 2.9. Terrell's still in this match. And just as I say that, Freddy Krueger sends him home. And despite being a fan favorite, having not a lot of luck in these Battle Royal situations. And Sabu, who innovated so much offense with the steel chairs, brings another chair into the ring. While Scott Steiner 80s and Sabu both delivering punishment to Jury. But unable to get anything going on Sabu, or on Lesnar rather. Freddy Krueger absolutely dangerous with those face rakes. Very easily bust a man open with that. And Sabu is eliminated. The 1 and 2 competitors in this match are now out of this match. But not a huge surprise. It is incredibly difficult to win a match from the 1 or 2 position, even with as few competitors as 8. That still means there are 6 other wrestlers that you will have to get through, and neither of them able to do so. And just as I say that, Jury also eliminated. Still have 1 more competitor left to enter this contest. And the final entry in this Battle Royal, Kula Diamond. We saw last week K-Dash putting on a very impressive showing, taking out Orlando Nunez. And Kula will be attempting to do the same in getting a win here on this show. And GK in a little bit of heel antics, trying to get a rise out of the crowd here. Kula setting up PK. Doesn't get any follow-ups. As Scott Steiner 80s attempts to take on Freddy himself. Big STO and suplex to, I believe, Goto. My knowledge of Japanese pro wrestling could stand to be better. Lesnar now bringing a chair for a total of 3 in the ring. Tags Kula with it. Still just swinging that around like a man possessed. But getting slammed onto the chair, Lesnar hoisted on his own petard. Knees to the head of Lesnar. Lesnar with his substantial UFC experience, unfazed by that offensive effort from Kula. 2 covers. Harada unable to get anything out of the first one. So this particular match, it's a I guess not necessarily a Japanese-specific style Rumble match, but it's the way New Japan does their Rumble, where you can be eliminated by over-the-top rope, pinfall, or submission, and wrestlers come out at 2-minute intervals. So this is the last 5 people in the ring. I think Lesnar has been in the longest out of everyone still in this match. And Kula was the last entry in, so if you had to pick a favorite at this point in the match, it would be Kula. Ooh, Steiner 80s nearly eliminated. Big cutter from Kula. There's the face claw from Freddy Krueger. And it's broken up by Scott Steiner. But extremely unfortunate. The person you went to save immediately getting the elimination. And Kula attempting to send Lesnar out, but Lesnar hangs on. Freddy, however, will be dumped over the top rope. Big cutter from Kula. Lesnar running out of gas. As previously stated, he was the competitor that's been in this match the longest. Lesnar with that release German suplex. Looked like he's trying to hardway Kula with those elbows.
20 minutes again.
Lesnar with another F5. Explosive, innovative offense from Kula. And this time getting Lesnar out, sending him home. I'll take a gamble and say this is Goto, because not saying his name for this much of the match is like gonna prove troublesome when they're the last 2 in the ring. And Kula just not reacting to whatever offense. And Kula wins. And the K-Dash team looking particularly strong on this show, with K-Dash winning last week in convincing fashion, and Kula winning the Battle Royal to start this show. Do have one more pre-planned match, and then we can swing it over. Oops, that's not what I wanted. Swing it over to some viewers' choice matchups before we get into the top of the card. So, hey, no worries, Nick. You missed basically a dark match. You missed the announcement of the Shooter League, which we had a matchup of Orlando and Natsuo, who competed last week in a MMA rules match, and there was a random rumble that just went on that Kula just won. Let's see. Let's see. Wait a minute, do I not have a Hardcore Holly? That's unfortunate, because that was part of the matchup I wanted to do. Huh. We do have Virgil. I haven't checked if your updates went through. Actually, I can literally do that right now. Let's see. Okay, yes, they did. Cool. Yep, they're renamed. Make sure I didn't put them in the wrong show. Alright, well, I fucked up. I thought I had a Hardcore Holly, because I had a particular matchup planned. Let's see. Yeah, alright, cool. So we're going to have to call a bit of an audible. I guess we're going to put in Crash Holly as a substitute. Which is... Actually, you know what? Better idea than that. We're going to put in Orlando Nunez. Was already wrestled on this show. So the intention of this matchup was going to be a matchup of the best drop kicks in wrestling, which was going to be Orton 03, Hardcore Holly, and Kazuchika Okada, but due to an error on my part and me not having a Hardcore Holly in my save, Orlando Nunez will be taking his place. As Orlando Nunez does also have a picture-perfect dropkick that we will be able to see in this matchup. Actually, AJ Styles would have been a good next choice in retrospect, but we've already rung the bell. We've already got these three men in the ring. And I am sure that the Blake's House guys want to see more Orlando Nunez, so it all works out. Aside, like Orton 03, like I miss like early Randy Orton in WWE. He was so much more fun to watch. But favorite in this matchup almost certainly has to be the Rainmaker, as technically proficient a wrestler that Orlando Nunez is, as much of a fan favorite that he is not one of the longest reigning heavyweight champions in professional wrestling. That title does go to the Rainmaker, Kazuchika Okada. Yo, Orton 03 versus Okada would be an amazing match. Honestly, it still wouldn't be a bad match today. Like, Orton is capable of putting on good matches, like, but it's sort of one of those, he has to be motivated. He's actually kind of like how Shinsuke's been in WWE lately. Like, he can put on good matches, but like, he phones in a lot of them. Attempting to go for a Boston Crab, but broken up by Okada. Okada pushing Orton back into the corner, but both men down onto the mat. And Orlando showing off that shoot fighting experience. I could definitely see Shinsuke leaving WWE when his contract runs out. Like, they've basically got nothing for him there, which is unfortunate. Nunez locking on the crossface, but immediately broken up by Orton. Okada attempting to take advantage with Orlando shot into the ropes. Finally able to do so. And it's difficult to keep track of who your opponent is with just how deadly the third man in this contest can be. Which is, I think, why you're seeing a lot of inability to hold focus on one competitor. Big strike combination. Orlando looked like he was setting up for the RK Orlando, but unable to do so as Okada breaks it up. Big neck breaker from the Rainmaker. Big Manhattan drop from Orton. Shot into the corner turnbuckle. Put into the Tree of Woe. But Orlando immediately going in to break that up. Honestly, it's not just foreign talent WWE's been dropping the ball with. Like, Raw is just a disaster to watch. SmackDown is barely better. Although I did enjoy Mania this year, despite like how long it was. Neck breaker from Okada, gets chased down by Orton. Shot into the corner turnbuckle, but Orton has to focus on Orlando.
10 minutes gone.
He gets a 2 count as Okada just waits, biding his time, but as he does so, Orlando is going to continue to make his most out of stuff. Ooh, big jumping tombstone right in front of the Rainmaker. That's one of his signature holds. Orton locks on a sleeper hold, but doesn't get anything out of it. Okada seems to be content to let these two fight it out. Hey, excellent strategy from Okada. Just let these two competitors wear each other out, and then you can come in at the end and just explode with additional offense. And that seems to be what he's doing here. And once again, Orlando unable to get his signature hold off as these triple threat conditions are making it very difficult to get those combinations of maneuvers. And Orlando just hitting Okada's moves right in front of him, hitting heavy rain, big Rainmaker. Nothing else after. And there's that scissor sleeper hold that Okada has proven to be so effective on the new Legacy stream. May actually be his real finish if Fire Pro is to be believed. 1, 2. Unable to get a third. And there's Orton with his patented European uppercut. I know this was supposed to be a match of the best dropkicks in wrestling, but Orton has an absolutely fantastic European uppercut, using the great effect here. There's rolling suplex. Only one from Okada. Absolutely excellent display of technical wrestling from Orlando and Okada there. Yeah, I do wish they did more with Cesaro. Although I definitely enjoyed their run as the Bar with Cesaro and Sheamus. And double drop kicks from Randy Orton and Kazuchkia Okada. unable to lock on the Boston Crab, but Orton gets an armbar on Okada. Okada, nobody to save him, but refusing to tap out. Okada shot all the way to the other side of the ring. Gave Orton a bit of a time. Another one of those picture-perfect dropkicks from Okada. Set him up. Tombstone pile driver. Rainmaker pose. Nothing. Orlando with the heavy rain once again, just showing he can do Okada's. Now Okada with the heavy rain, now showing Orlando, hey, this is my shit. And Orlando just willing to wait inside the ring. I did not know you could win by knockouts on the outside in this game. Because it's triple threat rules, so there's no countouts. But Orton takes it by KO. Somewhat an anticlimactic finish to an otherwise excellent wrestling match. So, Blake, if you are still in the chat, I remember mentioning to you that there was an exploding ring deathmatch that you had not seen. So we'll do one of those. We're going to make this 2-on-2 if you guys want to suggest some characters. That's anybody in the chat want to submit 2 teams of 2 wrestlers for this exploding deathmatch. Let's see, that'll explode in 15 minutes. I don't think I have a Snitsky. Let me check. I do not have a Gene Snitsky. Alright, so that is a bunch of wrestlers from the 4 of you guys. What I'm gonna do, I'll put in Scott Steiner. Let's see. Orlando, out of those 3 people you suggested, who do you want tagging with Steiner? I'll get Cesaro on the other team. I'm pretty sure I have Cesaro. Oh wait, hold on. That's current roster. Okay, I do have Cesaro. Alright, want Scott Steiner and K-Dash. And GK, you feeling Mick Foley or The Rock? Tagging with Cesaro. Probably Foley, just based on the fact this is a hardcore match. Also, got several different iterations of Mick Foley. I need to clean up my save a little bit. So, there is... Let's see. I think I have, like, 5 Foleys from a couple different people. Let's see. But I also have Mankind, Dude Love, WWE Cactus, and I also in the ECW roster have ECW Cactus. You feeling anything in particular? Yeah, honestly, that's something I probably should do because a lot of my roster is kind of a mess. But it's at this point got kind of a hassle just because, like, hey, I want to stream ECW Cactus. I can make that happen. Let's see. There are mods that'll let you uninstall several wrestlers at a time, but it's still kind of a pain in the ass. And like my Fire Pro is unmodded, so there's a lot of features that are really cool that I don't have access to. But so Blake, if you're still sticking around, this is the Exploding Deathmatch. The ring is rigged to blow in 15 minutes. Scott Steiner and K-Dash versus Cesaro and Cactus Jack. Truly a match for the ages. Now it's going to be... Yeah, I mean, Mick Foley is the king of deathmatch. As he proved in an Exploding Deathmatch in Japan. So, that being said, K-Dash is not somebody to be taken lightly either. Like, where Cactus is the man that wrestled on nails and barbed wire and set himself on fire, but K-Dash can shoot fire from his hands. So, and has fought people with magical abilities and powers that the wrestling world has never seen before. So those two are probably going to be the two competitors you're going to want to focus on the most. Cesaro, of course, an extremely proficient technical wrestler. Can probably work any style, do anything inside a squared circle. 2000 Scott Steiner, probably of the four men in the ring, the least likely to do well in an Exploding Deathmatch, as this is a little bit past his prime as a competitor, but still in the still certainly in the heavyweight title picture by this time in his career, so should not be taken lightly. I could definitely see that aesthetically, K-Dash kind of resembling Nakamura. K-Dash is from the fighting game series King of Fighters, as I've got a pretty substantial collection of characters from that game. And there's Cesaro showing off his technical wrestling ability, but K-Dash showing his flexibility in fighting in general. Big pile driver from Foley. Drops a guillotine right on Scott Steiner. Big Trouble in Paradise from K-Dash. Assume that's supposed to be... Oh shit, what's his kick special called? Time Trigger is the punch special. That's a thing I should probably know as a King of Fighters player. Beautiful dropkick from Cesaro as K-Dash and Cactus just slug it out. And Cesaro picking up right where Cactus left off, locks on the sharpshooter onto K-Dash. Excellent teamwork from a team that has certainly never wrestled together in a match before today. Big double arm DDT onto K-Dash, but Scott Steiner there to make the save. Big Pele kick. It is absolute chaos near the corner of the ring here. Scott Steiner just posing for his freaks out there. As he shoots Cesaro into the barbed wire. Cesaro once again shot into the barbed wire, but has yet to be busted open despite the abuse that he's taken in this match. .9 off the Trouble in Paradise. Teamwork at this point in the match is completely broken down. It feels like it's two singles matches going on, which is certainly a very dangerous way to compete in a wrestling match. When you could get ambushed at any moment from the other man on your opponent's team. And Cesaro once again shot into this barbed wire. He's taken a ton of punishment over the course of this match. Cactus, big pile driver onto Scott Steiner. Goes for the cover. 1, 2. Only gets 2. Yeah, this is that Scott Steiner. So, and I couldn't even imagine Scott Steiner from this era competing in a match like this. And just a ton of work being done by the barbed wire in this matchup. Ooh, goes for the giant swing on K-Dash, but broken up immediately by Steiner. There's some of that teamwork that I mentioned earlier that really needed to happen in this match. It's finally getting done. Now we are very quickly approaching that 15-minute mark. Scott Steiner unable to break up this giant swing. Spinning tombstone from K-Dash. We are at the 14-minute mark. It is less than 60 seconds before the ring that has been rigged to blow goes up. Can anyone finish this match before then? Gotta imagine all four want this match to end before the ring goes up, but it does not look like that's going to be a possibility. Cactus unable to make the save as K-Dash locks on the Boston Crab and forces Cesaro to tap out just seconds before the ring would blow. Just on the subject of anticlimactic finish, like I remember watching a video of an exploding ring death match where like the pyro just wasn't good, and I think it was Terry Funk. Like he just sat in the center of the ring while like smoke bombs went off, and like he knew it sucked, and like he just had to look at the crowd and like, this isn't my fault, I didn't rig the pyro. Finish that match very similar to what we just saw in the ring here. But yeah, Cesaro may be looking out for his own best interests and electing to tap out with 20 seconds to go. So, as you recall, there was a match last week. Zero versus James in a landmine death match. What seems like there was something of an altercation backstage. We didn't get camera crew on that, but we were able to get a hold of James, who had something to say about that earlier this evening. So we're going to go ahead and cut to that.
You fucked up, Lopez. This was supposed to be just between us, but had to go and make it personal. Get the business involved. Well, we got friends on the outside calling in a favor. I'd say I'm sorry, but it's just business, baby.
And I think that is your answer to who was on the other end of the line at Judgment Pro Wrestling. James was looking for an enforcer to take out Zero. Oh, I forgot I had Ken Shamrock as a referee. Could have had him in either of the shoot fight rules matches. Yeah, despite, like, the Mania finish, at least I can say the right person won. Which was actually the case for a lot of the matches at Mania this year. Like, last year, Mania was so disappointing, I literally canceled the network. And this year, it was at least, like, I enjoyed the matches, and I enjoyed seeing the results of the matches, so had that going for it. So, Zero is up against a mountain here. The Enforcer, and just one of the top competitors in Judgment Pro Wrestling, the Gatekeeper. Managed by our champion, John Baggy, who I'm sure will become a factor in this match. But thus far, Zero looking like he's holding his own against the Gatekeeper. We'll see if that trend continues. Big body press. Doesn't get a 1 count out of Red Shoes. Keeper shot to the outside. Zero attempts to follow him, but gets beats back into the ring by the Gatekeeper. Ooh, Zero going for an enziguri, but immediately broken up by that toe kick. Very rare you see someone like Zero beaten to the punch in a test of speed, particularly by somebody that size, but that's just smart fighting from the Gatekeeper.
1, 2.
Looked like John was attempting to get himself involved in the match very early, but elected not to do so. I can sort of see John throwing a chair into the ring. You can sort of see this match as a bit of a victory lap from Judgment Pro Wrestling, who took both of the Blake's House titles last week. And now the Enforcer, the Gatekeeper, will potentially be taking out one of our wrestlers as well. So,
5 minutes.
despite whatever personal beef that Zero and James had, gotta question the brand loyalty. Ooh, big Rana from Zero, but not getting anything out of it. I question the brand loyalty from James, like, setting up this match. Big drop kick. Gatekeeper immediately to his feet. That is going to be a challenge for Zero to do just enough sustained damage to take Gatekeeper out of this match. He gets a 2.9 already as Zero gets slammed onto that chair. A last ride powerbomb. But Gatekeeper is not done. Gatekeeper just absolutely shutting Zero down. Big super kick. Zero goes to the top rope. But Gatekeeper rolls out of the way of the elbow. And that's kind of painting a picture of what's going on in this match. Is Zero really unable to get anything started here? No, to be clear, this is not James that Zero is fighting. This is the enforcer that James called in to take Zero out. Knee bar trying to take the legs out from under the larger competitor. As textbook a strategy as there ever was. We'll have to get into why James called in an enforcer next week. But there seems to have been some kind of backstage disagreement between Zero and James. But we were unable to get a camera backstage to see exactly what transpired. There's the Puerto Rican Destroyer from Zero. Pinning combination, 1, 2. Only 2. Big spinning powerbomb. 1, 2, 3 count fall. Certainly wasn't the bloodbath that James had hoped for, but it was still a very one-sided contest. Okay, that was GK's finish. That was actually a cool finisher. Like, it was still a one-sided contest, and if the goal was to humiliate Zero, I believe that goal was accomplished. And I am sure we will see more from this ongoing feud of Zero and James next week. But this week, Gatekeeper chalking up a big win for Judgment Pro Wrestling. Yeah, like I'm kind of surprised that you didn't hop up on the apron after Zero hit the Destroyer. But yeah, Gatekeeper did the work all by himself. Although he did get a little bit of help when you slid that chair into the ring and Gatekeeper powerbombed Zero onto the chair. So I wouldn't say it was a total one-on-one contest. So before we get to the next match, just a quick overview. We do still have the Maglo Open Challenge tonight. As previously stated, Maglo will continue to be the face of this company, despite not holding the title. Will continue to take on all comers, and that will be happening later on tonight. Additionally, in tonight's main event, we have the Tag Team Championships on the line, with Sterling and Worzalla taking on the current champions, JJ Mondo of Judgment Pro Wrestling, and Nock Voldo of Nick's Fed, who has, at this time, not currently got a name, but I'm sure we can work that out before tonight's over. See you in the chat. Let's see. So we still have those matches to look forward to tonight. But in the interest of some continuity from last week's show, well, we'll have to find out over the course of the match if it's EX Sterling or pregame Sterling. But right now we have some continuity from last week's show. We have the Ikari Warriors of Ralf, Clark, and Mary, who had a very strong showing in last week's show. And they're going to be going up against a team of the chat's choosing. And yeah, somebody requested Ken Shamrock as a referee. We can make that happen. So who's Team KOF fighting this week? Doesn't specifically have to be a video game character, doesn't specifically have to be fighting game characters. We just need a 3-man team to take on Team KOF. Let's see. Elimination is off, and in the interest of time, I will leave elimination off. We still got a few other matches going on tonight. Oh yeah, I forgot. We have Chris Redfield. Just recently added to my save. We're going... I don't think I have an X-Pac. And I'm also pretty sure I don't have a Janetti. But I can kind of fit both of those things together. We can definitely get NWO Hogan. Let's see, is it... do I have him in the 90s? Okay, yeah. Let's see. Hunting Savage, and I will drop in... Actually, you know what? Hold on. Actually, between the two of you, you two suggest, like, one of those three guys, and then we'll get one more person, pick one more person. Just so that way, like, it's not a full team getting submitted. Let's see. Just let me make sure I have, do I have a 1 through 3 kid? I have DX X-Pac. But I don't think I have 1 through 3 kid. Thought I did. But I can... Alright, we can put Shamrock in there. Let's see. Do I have a Shamrock? I have an MMA Shamrock, which... I don't know, I do have a WWE Shamrock. Alright. I'm going to strike out Hogan and put an Xzibit, and that's going to be the teams. Yep, this is a good professional wrestling match. All right. So this team had a very strong showing last week. The Akari Warriors, backed up by Blue Mary, who has certainly done some freelance work for the Akari Warriors. We got Ralph Jones, just an absolutely brutal power puncher. Clark Still, a man that will break your back and make you humble, and of course the shooter from Southtown herself, Blue Mary. But the red corner has a couple shooters in their corner as well, with Ken Shamrock and Xzibit, who is certainly a deadly submission specialist of his own. And Macho Man Randy Savage, a showman with absolutely brutal elbows. And Savage starting off with one as well. Both teams trying to gain control, trying to keep the fight in their own corner. Currently, Macho Man is the more successful of the two competitors on their back elbow. Ralph trying to maneuver around Savage, trying to get this fight back into the Akari corner. Able to do so, and able to bring Mary into this fight. Person who is certainly an expert in catch-as-catch-can wrestling, will grab a hold on you any which way and will just quite literally tear you apart, but currently unable to do so as all the momentum is all Macho Man. And possibly because of that, Mary tagging Clark in, see if he handles any better. Small package by Macho Man, not getting anything else on top of that. Macho Man tagging Xzibit into the ring. Now I heard you like tag team wrestling, well, just put Xzibit into this match. Ooh, sidesteps that punch. And finally some offensive success from the Akari Warriors as Ralph is brought into this match, rather. Xzibit bringing Ralph back into the red corner. And this match has really all been the red corner thus far. Kind of like Shamrock's gear. Sort of resembles Zangief. Ooh, big mount tackle. Mount tackle against Ralph, who certainly should have a lot of experience defending against that, considering that he spars with Clark on a pretty regular basis. But there is that catch-as-catch-can experience from Blue Mary. If there is anybody that this team would want going up against Ken Shamrock, it's got to be Mary, who's got the most MMA experience. And there, double leg takedown into an armbar. I think regardless of how this matchup goes, just for how strong her showing was last week, Mary will almost certainly be competing in the Shooters League next week. And she will be a very dangerous competitor to wrestle against. Back switch from Shamrock, but Mary electing to bring Clark in, who is certainly also an accomplished grappler. Big kick to the head from Clark Still. Macho Man back into the ring. Macho Man, who has basically taken none of the offensive load from the Ikari Warrior team. He is still almost fresh, despite all the work he was doing on offense. But it looks like the Ikari Warriors have gained some momentum and are riding that wave into Savage. Savage shoots shoots Ralf into the corner. Big lariat. Elects not to follow up with anything fancy, just stomps to the back of the head. Count 2 from Shamrock. And the Ikari Warriors once again bringing in the shooter from Southtown. She grinds Savage down, unable to bring him to the mat. And Savage punishes her for it. Still unable to get Savage off his feet.
10 minutes gone.
And will be unable to do so as Xzibit is brought into the match. Rolling knee bar out of nowhere. Shamrock seeing if Xzibit wants to tap. He will not. Xzibit, the submission specialist, now working the arms of Blue Mary. Kicking Mary's leg out from under her leg. And throwing those brutal elbows that Xzibit as a kickboxer is known for. Unable to cut Mary off as she gets to her corner. Big shoulder breaker from Clark. So it looks like Xzibit wants back into his own corner, wants to bring Macho Man back into the match. And finally, the Ikari Warrior is able to take Macho Man off his feet and get some sustained offense in. Ooh, flashing elbow. Lariat dead center in the ring, right on the logo. Macho Man just continues to stomp out Clark. And this strike exchange could have huge implications for the future of this match. And it is Ralf coming in after Macho Man has been dropped by that strike exchange, but Macho Man shot into the corner. Deadly punching combination as Macho Man elects to tag out. Maybe getting more than he bargained for out of those last couple of exchanges. And now it's Ralf going up top and dropping an elbow right in front of Randy Savage. He can't like that. He goes for that jumping CD in the corner, but rolled out of the way, Ken Shamrock. Shamrock looks like he's about out of gas here, but rolls out of the way of that diving elbow. That could be the opportunity he needs, but unable to capitalize. Looks like Ralph's going to go for it again, as he does a rolling guillotine. Mary brought back into the match. Ooh, big Sobat kick. Only a 1 count from Xzibit. Ooh, absolutely textbook rolling armbar. Or flying armbar, rather, from Xzibit. As he starts to show off his technical background. As well as his ability to deliver strikes in the clinch. It's really Xzibit just showing off all of his offensive skills here. As he's an accomplished kickboxer and a deadly submission specialist. And that's it. Xzibit bests Blue Mary in that exchange. And no help from the Ikari Warriors. That being said, they had quite a distance to cross. And if you remember from last week, that's very similar results. If you remember the first 15-20 minutes of that tag team match, the Akari Warriors really weren't fighting as a team, electing to win out in superior one-on-one exchanges, and they were able to do so last week, but they were unable to do so this week against the team of Xzibit, Ken Shamrock, and Randy Savage. So, Jamel, you actually do have a match today. You are going to be fighting against 90s Shane McMahon. Let's see. We'll leave Ken Shamrock in there. I don't think I have a Leona on my save. Actually, you know what? We can put this match up in a steel cage. Or unless you're talking about the next match. And unless you're talking about Leona versus Mary, which... Yeah, you know, let's just have this a regular match. But yeah, GK, you're not wrong. Like, Xzibit showing why he is one of the best of the best in the Def Jam Fight for New York universe. As he takes out the Akari Warriors team. So Jamel, if you recall, this is the guy from this past WrestleMania, but also from one of the other WrestleManias that we watched at my house that you just said, like, hey, this looks like somebody's dad. This is that guy. So we're going to take some of your talking shit at Shane McMahon, and you've now got a match with Shane O'Mac. In fairness, yep, today this is, in fairness, in like 2019, Shane McMahon very much looks like somebody's dad, largely due to the fact that he's somebody's dad. Jamel going for something big here. Less than a minute into the match, and Hsien-Jo hits the muscle buster. Hsien-Jo clearly having something to prove here. Both due to having less than spectacular showings on the last couple of shows, not really getting to showcase his own offense, but also because he does not want to lose to somebody's dad. Both competitors circling one another. Shane, the master of the Phantom Punch. You see him delivering some of those Phantom Punches now. It looked like Hsien-Jo was setting up a German suplex, but got rolled out of the way, and there's that punching combination from Shane O'Mac. Joe shooting Shane into the corner again. But Shane gets out of the corner before he gets hit with anything big, which is certainly something he needs to do, as Hsien-Jo is just an absolute freight train of a person. You do not want him crashing into you in the corner turnbuckle. Hsien-Jo's been busted open here. And he responds by suplexing Shane O'Mac to the floor. Not even phased, but neither is Shane, as both of them crash into the barricade. Big belly-to-belly overhead suplex right in front of the commentator's desk.
9, 10.
10 count as Hsien-Jo takes a bit of a breather inside the ring.
5 minutes gone.
Shane O'Mac hits Hsien-Jo with a DDT. Goes for the cover. 1. Only a 1 count. This match will go on for quite a bit longer. Hsien-Jo electing to slow the pace down a little bit. Possibly learning from his last few outings in a wrestling ring. As he sort of ran out of gas near the end of the match, wants to slow the pace down a little bit. Or maybe he doesn't. Maybe he's calling for the end right now. But Shane not having it. He gets back to his feet. Big back body drop from Shane O'Mac. He gets 2 count out of it. There's that absolutely picture-perfect German suplex at bridge. 2.9 already. Shane is in trouble, but Shane to his feet first. Maybe a bit of strategy, not electing to kick out before he's had a moment to catch his breath on the mat. Big spear, but Hsien-Jo immediately to his feet. And there's another German suplex at bridge. 1, 2, 2.9 again. Shane shot into the ropes. Looks like Hsien-Jo going for the ultimate Space Jam. He was put into the corner and taken to the Space Jam. 1, 2, 2.9. The Space Jam not enough to put Shane O'Mac away. But Shane having enough of this, electing to take a chair. But unable to do anything with it as Shane going for that big elbow drop. 1, 2, 2.9. And this match could go any way at this point. As it feels like both competitors have given their opponent their best, and neither man is willing to back down. Shane O'Mac with those patented phantom punches. Goes for the roll-up. 1, 2, 2.9. Shane going for the roll-up again, but caught up in the ropes. Possibly a lucky break for Hsien-Jo at this point in the match. Ooh, big belly-to-belly overhead suplex right on the logo. What's Hsien-Jo going to do with it? Another big lariat. Picture-perfect vertical suplex, dead center in the ring. Both men battling it out, neither one willing to give an inch. Super kick from Shane McMahon. Another roll-up, dead center of the ring. 1, 2, 3 count fall. I mean, fair. You know what? You were allowed to be mad. Like, you gave him suplex after suplex. You hit him with your finish. And Shane was like, nah. Being said, Shane hitting the most over finish in wrestling, schoolboy dead center in the ring. Like, that's pro wrestling. We might have to extend this feud to next week. As I know, Orlando Nunez suggested that we have this matchup in a steel cage. So maybe we put this on hold. We come back next week. Hsien-Jo, Shane McMahon in a steel cage match. But tonight, we still have a couple more matches for you guys. So, we are going to be taking this to the Octagon as promotion for the upcoming Shooters League matches. Oops, let's see. We have got the socialist murder twink himself, Zack Labor Jr. And who's the SJ fighting? I'll let you guys decide. This is UFC rules, so you can keep that in mind, but if you want to put them against real pro wrestlers, you are welcome to do so. Brad Chad, I can do that. I believe that's one of your guys. I mean, if you want to like use one of your guys and just have them in a shoot style fight, you can. All right. Tell you what. I'll put in. Look at this. We'll have Brad Chad fight this match, and I'll put Van Damme against the Bear next match. We'll just do 2 quick back-to-back UFC-style matchups. We got Zack Sabre Jr. in this matchup. Certainly a favorite of this promotion. A man, as described by Trent Beretta, a man that is made of worms. Somebody that can tie you up in every which way. Just everything I said about the dangers of competing against Blue Mary, Zack Sabre Jr. is that much more dangerous in a shoot fighting sense. Being said, going up against Brad Chad, member of Nick's Wrestling, member of Nick's Wrestling organization. Actually, the first time that he's competing in, first time he's competing in the Octagon. So, not really clear on what to expect from him, but seems to be holding his own. Nick Wrestling Organization? Okay, I can work with that.
Shoot!
Oh, Zack just getting that kick in right before the bell. Ooh, double leg under that punch, but going for a cover. This is not a professional wrestling match. But that Anaconda Vice will certainly be effective in this case. Big drop kick from the back of the head from Brad Chad. Fireman's Carry takeover, showing off his wrestling background, possibly amateur-style wrestling. Big Northern Light suplex into an armbar, and there's that catch-as-catch-can experience that I described earlier, where that man will grab a hold any sort of way. Brad Chad locking on a bit of a 3-in-1, locking both arms and one leg. Just doing joint damage. And Zack Sabre Jr. countering with an armbar of his own. Double leg under the strike. Zack getting a lot out of that double leg. Once again, we go into the next round. Big airplane spin from Brad Chad. Brad Chad, clearly a bit of a showman that could be working against him in this setting, but we'll have to see. Like, if you can back it up, being able to show off certainly isn't going to harm you. As I'm sure you guys saw just how effective Maglo has been with the crowd on his side. And this round thus far has been all Brad Chad. Just getting a lot of combination holds and offense in. And just as I say that, Zack Sabre Jr. finally able to turn the tides this round. There's that torturous half crab from Zack Sabre Jr. Able to get Chad's back, but it's reversed. Goes into another pinning combination. So, Nick, what I will say, like, regards to Brad Chad, like, there is the SWA rules match where, like, 3 count falls exist. This guy would be much better for that because he's got a lot of, like, collegiate wrestling pinning combinations. So, I wouldn't say he's a bad shoot fighter. I would say, like, the rules are extremely working against him. So, maybe don't change him and we put him in the other shoot fight style match. Not going to be doing that today, but yeah. We can certainly try that again later. And some unorthodox offense from Brad Chad. The likes of which that people have almost certainly never seen in an octagon. And once again, there's that Northern Lights armbar combination. Just absolutely spectacular to watch. Big suplex from Brad Chad. Zack Sabre Jr. back to his feet immediately. There is orienteering with Napalm Death. An absolutely ridiculous 3-in-1 hold as Brad Chad taps to orienteering with Napalm Death. Which, as an aside, as far as finishing hold names go, that's a pretty great one. So, we're going to put on a bonus match here of Jean-Claude Van Damme versus the Bear. It's apparently a reference to a British comedy sketch, but I know very little about British comedy. So, if you were watching last week, Jean-Claude Van Damme made short work of Chuck Norris, and now he is fighting a bear in the octagon. And he's getting overpowered by that bear, largely due to the fact that it's a bear. But Van Damme, no retreat, no surrender, will be employing all of his kickboxing prowess to take this bear on. I'm gonna be honest with you, Nick. Like, I don't really know how to set up Shoot Fighters AIs, which is why I asked Melly to do it. for my Seppu characters. And you just see the pain on the face of the bear as Van Damme works the legs here. Van Damme once again racking up a body count in the octagon. No retreat, no surrender. Jean-Claude Van Damme just absolutely crippling his opponents with those strike combinations. You know what? That match was short enough. I'll entertain a second request. What's up? Goes to the... Man, if Orlando certainly has his work cut out for him in the Shoot Fighter League, if he is eventually going to have to run up against Jean-Claude Van Damme. But that is something we will be figuring out next week, as we have the Maglo Open Challenge coming up next. Let's see. Man, like, Orlando, you can't back out now. Like, you basically asked me to create this division for you to fight in, and then you see Jean-Claude Van Damme and you're getting scared. But, so, right now we are going into the Maglo Open Challenge, so let's just go ahead and cut right to that right now. Alright, so Maglo, you can see at maglo.bandcamp.com. Definitely recommend checking out this man's music. Against a mystery opponent. Let's see who it's going to be. That's Kula. Kula Diamond making her way to the ring. Who had a very strong showing earlier on tonight's show. Certainly going to be a challenge for Maglo. I mean, she did win the Rumble, which, if we're going off of last week's show's format, Battle Royal to determine the opponent in the Maglo Open Challenge. That being said, Kula does not have the advantage of being the 8th entry in an 8-man match. She is going to have to go the distance against Maglo, which is no easy task. Big airplane spin. Maglo always happy to get the crowd involved in the match. Kula shooting Maglo into the corner. Big rolling kick into the corner from Kula. Possibly reminiscent of a race spin. Maglo into the corner again. Setting something up here. Big 619. And this match has been all Kula, but Maglo driver just 3 minutes into the match. That was the momentum shift that Maglo needed. And double arm DDT. Yeah, for all that work that Kula had been doing, Maglo turned that right around with the Maglo driver. And going back to the airplane spin. Hear from the crowd. She's just a child, but she is a child that stepped into the ring with Maglo. She is also a child that can shoot ice from her hands, so... certainly a threat in a combat sports setting. Ooh, big lariat. Oh, Maglo. And 2.9 off that head hold lariat. And clothesline from Bretton Woods. Ooh, Kula going up top. Goes for the double stomp, misses the double stomp as Maglo rolls out of the way and locks on another double arm DDT. This matchup is looking like it's the Maglo show right now. Hip attack followed by a hip drop. And another 2.9. Maglo again with a clothesline from Bretton Woods. Waiting for something. Diving axe handle. Going up top again. And an elbow right into Kula's back. Kula delivering that spinning kick, possibly out of desperation, but that may have signified a shift that she wants it to be her turn, able to duck the clothesline. Maglo setting up for the Maglo driver again. Maglo driver right in the center of the ring. Big double arm DDT. Maglo to his feet first. Kula is in trouble here, but that big cutter trying to cut off Maglo's momentum. Another big hip attack. Goes for the drop kick. And I don't think Chris had used either of his feet for several minutes. That drop kick was going to be an extremely powerful one.
10 minutes gone.
All right, Kula getting a strong start here at this stage of the match. Let's see if it's enough to turn things around. Only gets 2 after that drop kick to knee. Oh, and there's another Trouble in Paradise. Followed by possibly a race spin. Now Kula showing the level of education of her feet. Those appear to be some collegiate feet from Kula Diamond here. 1, 2, 2.9. Maglo is still in this fight. But Maglo looks absolutely winded here. Kula going for Trouble in Paradise again. Maglo ducks it. And once again shuts down Kula's offense. Big flashing elbow. Muscle buster from Maglo. That has to be it. But Maglo electing to continue this fight a little further. That could be a mistake as Kula is now getting some offensive momentum. And another Trouble in Paradise from Kula Diamond. Insecurity to the back of the head of Maglo. Kula going up top. Finally hits the double stomp. A big boy rolling senton from Kula. Super kick. That could be it if she wants it. Oh, she's setting up for something big here. Diving kick springboard into the ring, but Maglo is to his feet first. Maglo setting up for something big here. Oh my God! Maglo launching himself over the top rope to the floor.
6, 7, 8, 9.
Maglo clearly not happy that he's lost the title. Destino from Kula Diamond. And pulling out all the stops here. Trying to put on a good show for the fans, as Maglo is always known to do. Kula for another Trouble in Paradise. This one connects. Is this it? Kula hitting with down D. Goes for the cover. That can't be it. 2.9. It is not. Maglo still in it. Kula once again owing up top. Double stomp to the back of Maglo. Maglo is in trouble here. Maglo going for something big here. Maglo doing a very good lucha thing. Goes for the cover. 1, 2, 3 count fall. And that is why Maglo is the face of this company. The uncrowned king of our wrestling show. Big Dave giving that 5 stars. I am very much looking forward to rewatching that match because that was just spectacular to watch. So that leaves us with our main event, the Tag Team Championship match. You did, in fact, miss your promo. This will all be going up on YouTube later, and will also be going up as... you can see the Twitch VOD if you want to watch with Twitch chat. Yeah, let me see. So, after that last match, this is going to be an incredibly difficult match to follow. But, this was announced earlier on in the show. Sterling and Worzalla, arguably the most successful tag team in this wrestling company, trying to win the belts back from JJ Mondo of Judgment Wrestling and Nock Voldo of the Nick Wrestling Organization. And that match is next. Let's see. Who's going to referee that? I think that's going to be Harada. Yeah, we'll do that. Check the settings, make sure that's all good. Yep. Yeah, I definitely feel for these competitors. That last match is going to be so difficult to follow. So these are your current champions, the Outsiders. JJ Mondo and Nock Voldo. The two of them certainly have their work cut out for them, but JJ already off to a strong start. But Sterling showing that EX Sterling offense being as rough as possible with his opponents. But JJ, in an amazing display of power, grabs a hold on early on in this match. Sterling showing why he is not to be trifled with, locks a hold on JJ as well. JJ electing to tag out to his partner. Nock Voldo ducks that clothesline. Shot with a rope by Sterling. Goes for the headbutt, misses, but does beat his opponent to the punch with that toe kick. This is certainly a much more technical contest with the competitors in the ring. Ooh, beautiful falling fist from Nock Voldo. Sterling going for a tombstone, hits it early in the match. Sterling clearly means business here. Voldo of the Outsiders, not one to be shown up as he grinds his elbow into the side of Sterling's head. Sterling electing to tag out to his partner, Worzalla. See what he does in this matchup here. Ooh, big sit-out lariat, shades of Macho Man Randy Savage. Unable to get anything else going here. Punch that. Going for that running elbow drop early. And that elbow drop is so dangerous. It is a match ender, and it's a match ender that can come out of nowhere. But Voldo able to get to his feet before Worzalla can deliver it. And now JJ is back into this contest. Putting those chromed out arms to use here. Ooh, big head hold slam. Going for the elbow drop again, but JJ to his feet before he's able to do so. And Worzalla electing to go back to his own corner and bring Sterling back into this contest. A knee to the gut from JJ.
5 minutes gone.
Falling fist from Sterling as well. Ooh. Picture perfect punch finds its mark on Sterling here, and now the two of them are battling it out near the blue corner. Sterling is to his feet first and locks on that figure 4 neck lock, which is something of a signature hold for Sterling. But JJ elects to get back to his own corner. Ooh, big spear takes Nock Voldo off his feet. And Nock going for a headbutt against Sterling. With questionable tactics, as Sterling may be the hardest-headed competitor in this matchup here. Sterling electing to go back to his own corner. Ooh, Nock narrowly missing with the fire there. That could have spelled disaster if that hit its mark. Worzalla working those elbows into the head and the thigh of Voldo. And Voldo electing to get out of this match. And clubbing blow from the metal arms of JJ. Worzalla once again going for that running elbow drop, but JJ to his feet. He knows he does not want to take that elbow drop hold. So it has certainly been well scouted from the team of the Outsiders. Ooh, big belly-to-belly overhead suplex from Worzalla. Gotta say, for a team that was basically thrown together last week, their strategy and teamwork is very impressive. Oh, 10 punches from JJ, only gets 5. And both men electing to tag out. Voldo going for something off the ropes. Ooh, there's 100 hands from Sterling. Sterling hitting the elbow drop hold. Gets 2 count out of it. Big Ushigoroshi from Sterling. Looks like he's going for it again. Another elbow drop hold. As he just grinds his forearm right into Voldo's face as he lays out for that hold. Clubbing blow to JJ as Sterling stands alone in the center of the ring. Big moonsault fall. 1, 2, only 2. Now, fortunately for the team of the Outsiders, JJ has not taken a lot of that offensive load until this particular moment when Sterling hits that giant choke slam, goes for the hip drop fall. 1, 2, 2.9. Sterling once again with a giant choke slam. He wants to put this match away. Another 2.9. Everything I said up to this moment, that JJ was a relatively fresh competitor, he just took 2 finishing holds. And while it's admirable he was able to kick out, he certainly feels the damage. So for the near future, it's going to be the Nock Voldo show as he carries the offensive weight for the Outsiders. However, it's elbow drop hold. 1, 2, 2.9. Now the Outsiders are certainly in trouble at this point. Worzalla just not being willing to give an inch on those Irish whips. Worzalla warming up for another elbow drop hold. And he hits it right into the back of Voldo. Voldo able to get to his feet, so Worzalla cannot capitalize any further. And this could be the break that the Outsiders need, getting Worzalla to the outside, but Worzalla, no, back to his feet immediately. And picture-perfect punch, textbook right in the center of the face of Worzalla as JJ delivers punch after punch. And to that point, Worzalla elects to tag his partner back into this contest. Tombstone piledriver near the blue corner. JJ fighting his way back to his feet. And Sterling showing that it's not just the Outsiders that can spit fire in this matchup. And once again, spitting fire into the eyes of JJ Mondo. Another big belly-to-belly overhead suplex, but JJ is to his feet first. Sterling unable to cut him off. Will get Voldo back into this match. And there's that hard head of Sterling that I mentioned earlier in this match. Another flame into the face of an Outsider. Two of them just slugging it out near the turnbuckle. Voldo tagging back out to JJ. Oh, that left cross just sending Sterling to his knees. And I think Sterling electing to go back to his own corner just to take a bit of a breather. That punch may have taken more out of him than he thought. Big lift and dropping Worzalla right on his neck. It looks like JJ's fired up here. Big bridging suplex. and gets 2.9 out of it. This match is looking much closer. Oh, Harada is down. Stunning punching combination from JJ. JJ falling fist. Worzalla is back to his feet. And JJ goes up to the top rope. Big back elbow drop. And elects to go back to his own corner. Underhand stat to Voldo. Unable to hit with the spell. Worzalla going for the Vader bomb. 1, 2, 3 count fall, and JJ not electing to help his partner out. Honestly, questionable teamwork from both sides in that matchup. There were a lot of pinfall attempts, and none of them were... Neither team made an effort to break it up. I certainly can't complain about the result of the match, as Sterling and Worzalla have delivered on their promise of bringing the tag team titles back to Blake's house. So congratulations to Sterling and Worzalla, new champions. You know what? That was tonight's main event, but we do have a dark match at the end of the show. I think we will put Nock, Voldo, and JJ onto the match. Actually, you know what? I'm not going to do that this week. We're not going to make that a dark match because that should be a real contest that people are paying to see. So you will see JJ and Nock, Voldo on next week's show. But we do have one more bonus match for you guys tonight. I'm just going to hit random all, see who pops up. Let's see. Let's see. You know what, Nick? I'll let one of your other guys go into this into the dark match. And let's see. Actually, you know what? I'll let who is Dick Bruiser fighting in the bonus match tonight? Because we still got plenty of people hanging out in the chat. Kevin Nash? We can make Kevin Nash the opponent of Dick Bruiser. Let's see. I do not have hard gay in my save, so like if there are wrestlers that you guys want to suggest, please send me Steam Workshop links. On the like, a lot of them I'll have, but like, if there's a name that you want, and then I mention that I don't have it on the show, just go on the Steam Workshop, send me some links. Actually, shit, GK, we can do the same deal as last week. This is a bonus match if you want to just hop in a Discord call right now. Yeah, let me go ahead and hit the button. Yeah, what's happening, man? Yeah, you there?
No. Just wanted to fill you in. I've got a couple more characters put together.
Okay. If you've got them uploaded, I'll grab them off the Steam Workshop after this.
A couple more guys your way.
Appreciate it. Yeah, I saw you were making Jackal, so is
Trying
he
see
ready
if
to
I
go?
can have a tag team at least put together.
Gotcha.
I can't hear you at all, at least through Discord.
Okay, that's not good. Let me, because like, it's saying that like Discord acknowledges that I'm making sounds. Because I can see the green light pop up over me. Let me see.
Yeah, what you might have to do is what I normally end up doing. Go into your voice options and literally just reselect the same option that you normally use.
All right. Let me see. Can you hear me now? Test, test.
Yeah, if you're talking, I can't hear you.
Cool.
Oh wait. No, it's coming through. Let me see. Okay. Try talking now.
Let's see. Can you hear me?
Yeah. So switching region we were in didn't help. Sometimes that's a problem.
Test, test.
You want to just go to the Def Jam server and sit in the commentator's booth?
I can try that. Some minor technical difficulties. Yo, can you hear me now?
Yeah, no, it's still not working, so you might just have to restart Discord.
Yeah, that happens sometimes. I'll try that.
Typically, that's the solution at this point.
Alright, give me a sec. But yeah, Nick, if you are working on a tag team, same deal. Just shoot me a message, let me know that they're uploaded, and I'll try and add them. Let me try and connect to the call with GK again. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I'm still not hearing you. So let me try and restart my shit because that's the only other way I think of fixing it.
All right, Nick. I'll go ahead and add those between now and Sunday. Can you hear me?
All right. Yep.
You can?
Yep.
Cool.
Okay. So yeah, no, I know you probably heard me because I had the stream up, so you were responding.
Yeah.
But yeah, I should have a couple more set up. I'm trying to get a tag team together. Basically, a lot of my characters at this point, like, I'm kind of just doing requests from friends.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much how most of my characters were. So, totally understandable.
And a lot of them are 90s wrestlers fans, so it's like, besides the appearance, they're gonna function like certain 90s wrestlers.
Yeah. Like, I definitely get that. Like, a lot of the people I made, like, there's definitely some really strong inspiration from, like, certain wrestlers, where it's not gonna be, like, exactly the same, but you're gonna see a lot of similar spots, things like that.
Yeah.
4, 5. 10 minutes gone.
But, I mean, the tag team match, like, that was kind of a hand-picked team to get the belts back to my own show, but, I mean, Gatekeeper pretty decisively won his shit, so.
Yeah, I mean, he straight humiliated, you know, the boy Zero.
Yep.
So.
So, basically, like, to get behind the curtain a little bit, we didn't record the backstage attack segment, so what we ended up doing was I ran your segment, like, so hey, who's calling John, and then ran James's promo right before the match saying, like, hey, you made this shit personal, like, now I'm gonna fuck your shit up. So still ended up narratively making sense, but wasn't exactly how I envisioned it. But I mean, I'm having my friends record video for free, so I'm not going to complain too much when shit does not go exactly the way that I planned it.
Yeah, I mean, I completely get that. But I mean, you know, I'm just gonna say, even with the hand-picked team, like, JJ was at least giving them a fight.
Yo, he was putting in work.
Like, that's what I'm saying. It was not Voldo. It wasn't JJ. I'm gonna have to talk to him for not kicking that shit. So, but you know, other than that,
Well,
JJ
hey,
did what he was supposed to do.
that's why Nock and JJ are going to be in a match next week. So the two of them can settle this once and for all. Like, hey, who really cost the team the match? And we can settle that in the ring.
Yep. Oh man, and you know, you might be seeing a little bit more of the guy in the suit next week. Who knows?
All right. Hey, like I said, like, if you want to record some promo packages and just send them to me for the stream, and that goes for literally everybody in the chat, because I know Jamel, you're hanging out in the chat, and you're not happy about losing to Shane McMahon. If you want to record little promo packages and like
call out Shane McMahon.
Call out Shane McMahon in a steel cage, go ahead and do that. Yeah, I'll try to make use of it on the show.
Like, I can appreciate that promo right there.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
Dick Bruiser and Kevin Nash over here, though.
Yo, the fight's still going on.
They're gonna run people out the building.
I mean, it's like a fight between two, like, big powerhouses. It's supposed to, like, it's kind of supposed to run long.
Feel the power.
Yeah, no, it'll be interesting to see what happens. I mean, I've kind of got a Hardy Boys team that my promotion's doing. I don't have a Jeff Hardy, but I have a friend of mine that wanted Matt, so I'm going to have to do an OC for that.
All right. Yeah, and then I think the next big feature, aside from, like, the grudge matches and the heavyweight title match, is going to be the start of the Shooters League. So, like, I don't know if you had any plans to make anybody that fights shoot style, but a good chunk of matches next week are going to have that as a feature.
Okay. I mean, I didn't really have a plan for it. Kind of just trying to get some pros together.
Right.
But I mean, after that's said and done, I wouldn't mind.
Hmm.
Damn. Okay, that was a nice ass start match.
Yeah. I mean, like, that shit happens. Like,
Thanks, Dave. I don't know why you stuck around, but
I mean, no, it's like whenever like Raw and SmackDown goes off air, they'll like either do like a segment that everybody in the building loves, or maybe run a dark match. Shit. Oh shit, Colby. You missed the show. I'm about to go off air. If you wanna watch some of the stuff, you should definitely watch Chris Martin's match, as that was easily match of the night. But yeah, let me go off air real quick, and then we can chat for a minute after that.
oh yeah.
But hey, thanks to everybody coming out for the show. Once again, we are trying to make this a weekly thing, so I'll try to catch you guys next Sunday. Might do some stuff midweek between now and then. But thanks again for coming. Really appreciate it, and really appreciate everybody that contributed, either with characters or with video stuff. Anybody that contributed images to use in my match cards. Just thanks a ton. Hope you enjoyed the show, and I'll catch you guys next week.